Hey everyone, how are you today? Hope you're doing well. So do me a favor before we get started. I need you to hit this like button. If you're not a subscriber, I need you to do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you will not miss an episode. Also, check me out on IG, elevation_mentor. So today I'm going to talk about an article that I read in CNN, and this is a study taken by Fidelity. So according to this study, there's an increase in 401k millionaires. So Fidelity, they looked at their accounts and 24 million 401k accounts. According to this article, they looked at the span of the accounts and 497,000 of the accounts have $1 million or more in them. They looked at what they were doing and they have a savings rate of 14.2%. The recommended savings rate by experts is 15%. Of course, there are people out there that do things like 50% or even higher than that. So people are doing their own thing. But according to this study, these people had a 14.2% savings rate. They looked particularly at Gen X. And according to the study, Gen X had an average balance of $182,100 and a median balance of $55,500. Gen X contributors rose 30% over the last year, so they are noticing that more Gen Xers are getting involved in investing. There is some concern that Gen X in particular will not have enough money in savings and will have to live on Social Security per the article. So, who is to say that Social Security will still be around? But this is what the article states, that there is concern that Gen X's in particular will not have enough in savings to live on. So, this was a study taken by Fidelity. So, they are noticing that more people are becoming millionaires through their 401k, but they noticed that Gen X, again, the average is around 182,100, with the median balance being 55,500. So they're noticing that out of this study, the Gen X is not anywhere near the $1 million mark. So I thought the study was interesting by Fidelity. They have um, over 24 million accounts, and they look through all of their accounts to look and see how much people have in their accounts according to their age groups. So, according to Fidelity, there is a rise of 401k millionaires. But again, Gen X has fallen behind, according to the article. So, what does that indicate to you? Anyone? Feel free to leave your comments. Feel free to leave your comments. What does the study indicate to you? Okay, what it indicates to me is that investing, while it is good and is very important, that it's not enough. So adding other income streams is very important, and that will start with the habit of buying property, and then also having a business. So having all of those components working together is important. A business, real estate, and investing, as opposed to just relying on one thing. like as opposed to just relying on investing. So having a whole bunch of different things in your basket instead of depending on just one thing. So if you are getting started late, real estate is essentially what is going to save you. So if you weren't investing, say you weren't aware of investing, or maybe weren't investing because you didn't trust the stock market, real estate is what is going to be the saving grace. Reason being is that depending on where you buy, what areas you buy in, they appreciate in value and they are building your wealth. At the same time, you are getting cash flow from the properties, and there are ways to ramp that up, whether that be through things like renting by the room, sober living, Airbnb. So there's a whole bunch of different strategies, midterm rentals. So there's a way to ramp up that cash flow. Besides real estate, there is business, and business could potentially bring in more money than the real estate. That's why it's important to combine the two. So you have your business, you have real estate, and you have investing. So real estate is kind of slow when it comes to building wealth. But again, you can speed it up by doing things like Airbnb, sober living, things like that. What people are doing now, since this is the internet generation, this is a whole new, different generation, and we have more access to what our parents had and what our grandparents had. So this internet generation gives you an even greater opportunity to build wealth through things like digital products, for example. Digital products, learning how to sell on TikTok, learning how to sell on Amazon, learning how to sell on Etsy, um, doing things like selling ebooks or developing coaching programs. Like, we have more opportunity here because the internet is here. So, a combination of all of those different strategies is important, as opposed to just depending on this 401k account. All right. So it's time to build. If you would like to build with a community, check out my link and join the waitlist to the real estate group. All right. So you're working on your real estate, which is a habit. So it's something that you're doing every year. And at the same time, you're working on your business as opposed to just depending on a job. So we all know that a job is not enough, right? We learned that through the pandemic. Some people were aware of that way before the pandemic, but for some reason, all of this is a big secret, and people are just finding out the best way they can, right? They're going to let you find out the best way that you can. And they're hoping that you never find out, because that's more for them, right? If you find out, then maybe you are taking away some money they could have. Like, they want all the money. They want to have all the money. That's why it's so much secrecy in this. So what the internet is doing is it's allowing It's allowing us to see further than what our parents and what our grandparents could see. So take full advantage of it. Do everything that you know how to do. Read finance books and diversify. Also, don't wait on anyone. Don't wait on anyone. Don't wait on anyone to help you. Don't wait on anyone to mentor you. Just go out there and take action. Take action. What you can do is you can pay for mentorship. You have to be careful because, as you know, there are con artists out here. So you may be getting the real deal and you may be getting the con artist. You just never know. But that is a way to become exposed to some of the secrets out here, and that is by paying for it. And there are secrets out here, whether you believe that or not. All right. So I am going to leave now. Before I leave, do me a favor and hit this like button. If you're not a subscriber, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you won't miss an episode. Feel free to leave a comment and check out the pin link below. Check out my hat collection. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, everyone. And I'll see you next time. Have a good one.